Okay, welcome everyone to our class on the cottage food law. I have our group, our minority and health group here in North Platte learning about gardening. And so we have English language learners in Spanish and in Russian tonight. Our law was just passed in 2019 to help people sell produce out of their home or food products without having a certified kitchen with the state of Nebraska.
Esta nueva ley está en el 2019 y permite a la gente que pueda vender y a preparar la comida con ciertas condiciones.
Производить не дома или продукты питания, не имея кухни, сертифицированной в штате Nebraska.
Before this law, people could not sell out of their home what they would make. This also opens up the ability for people to build small businesses from their garden or their home on food products that are allowed by the state.
Antes de esta ley no se podía vender nadie podía vender comida sin después de 2019 apareció esta nueva ley y esta ley le permite a la gente salir a vender ciertos productos con ciertas condiciones.
We can sell at public events where the vendor is there in person. People can come to your home and buy directly from your home. You can deliver it directly to the buyer. You can send it in the mail without establishing a food permit, food establishment permit.
Esta comida que usted prepare la puede vender en cualquier evento, por ejemplo, simplemente puede salir a venderla, puede la gente venir a su casa y recoger la comida, o la puede mandar usted por correo, ya estamos viendo eso, sin obtener ningún permiso o licencia del departamento.
There is a small training that you do to become a certified cottage food vendor.
Para ser vendedor de comida vegetal, tiene que tomar un curso para poder tener la licencia y ir a vender.
And you register through the Nebraska Department of Agriculture at this web link here.
Tiene que registrar ese link.
And then you take the class, and we have extension educators here in Nebraska that teach about this law on how to be safe in your home to sell the product.
En este link toman la clase, tenemos educadores alrededor del estado que dictan esta clase para que sepan ustedes cómo deben controlar y hacer algunos tipos de seguridad en la comida que puedan vender en estos eventos.
One of the things that we have to present or show the buyer is that the food is prepared in a kitchen that is not subject to regulation and inspection and that may contain allergens.
Para vender estos alimentos tienen que tener la comida que venden, que esa comida se preparó con licencia y que está sujeta a regulaciones y puede tener alergias, ¿no?
So this is just a notification to anyone who buys at a farmer's market. If someone comes to your house and buys it, or you deliver a product, that they know that you went through this training and that you're not subject to the same regulation as a certified kitchen.
Los clientes que tengan ustedes en los eventos son tienen que saber que ustedes
Если кто-то придет к вам домой и хотите вы доставите товар, который они знают, что вы прошли это обучение и что для вас не раскрыто.
All of the items that you sell will need to have your name and your address on a label or a container. So you can sell that product out and that it's registered with the state that you are a cottage food vendor.
El label también debe tener un nombre, la dirección de ustedes para que cualquier persona sepa que ustedes son bien contratados y que hicieron esto para identificarse.
чтобы могли продать этот продукт.
You can produce these labels on a computer printer label, or you can make your own homemade labels. Just it has to list your name and your address where you raised the product and sold it out of.
Pueden hacer más de utilizando el computador, pueden hacer a mano, pero les
Товар, donde вывели.
One of the pieces of this law that makes it very distinct is that the food has to be delivered in person or by direct delivery to the person that's buying. It cannot be sold at a grocery store, a restaurant, or other commercial food establishment.
Ok, una de las condiciones es que la entrega o la entrega del producto tenga que ser directamente la persona al consumidor. Esto no se puede ver en ninguna tienda, en ningún supermercado o en en ningún lugar comercial. Pero tienen que ser ustedes los vendedores directos con el cliente.
Коммерческое заведение общественного питания.
The producer must comply with all food safety guidelines required by your county, city, or village at a public sales event such as a craft fair or a farmer's market, and that varies between communities. So you need to understand the guidelines that your county and your city may have.
Los vendedores tienen que seguir las reglas de la ciudad donde vayan. Cada ciudad tiene diferentes códigos de restricciones. Entonces, de acuerdo, hay una ciudad que va a tener que nosotros tenemos que estar pendientes que siguen las reglas de la ciudad donde está.
If you are using a private well as your water source in producing produce or a food item, then the well water must be tested for nitrates and coliform bacteria.
Si ustedes tienen en su casa un huevo, el agua que viene abajo, esa agua la tienen que testar con el departamento. ¿Ustedes hacen esta agua en el departamento de salud? ¿Le testean el agua?
And we have water testing kits that are available here at our local extension offices.
Lo tiene aquí, la extensión mía no tiene el departamento de salud, los tiene aquí y tienen que testear el agua para mirar que si hay nitratos, porque es un contaminante, o si tienen la coliform, una bacteria que se llama coliform.
The Central Health District in Grand Island is the source of our water testing kits, and those kits are mailed off, and then you can get the report. And so you keep that report on file for at least 1 year.
Le envía uno el territorio de los clientes de la calle. Aquí ustedes ven la calle, pues, donde está el equipo.
Now, there are some guidelines on things that you cannot sell under cottage food law. And they're items such as salsas, which are very popular, sauces, and pickles may not be sold by someone that is a cottage food law vendor.
Que hay unas regulaciones acerca de hay unas vender, como son las salsas, las pickles y todo lo que de cartuchería.
Yes, the charcuterie boards may not be sold under cottage food law.
Los pickles no se pueden vender, que tienen que tener casi.
State law does not require a producer to register with the Nebraska Department of Agriculture if the producer is only selling at farmers markets. So that's another important piece.
La ley del Estado no le requiere al que va a producir que se registre con la Asociación Nacional de Agricultura para poder vender en los farmers markets. Cuando tenga que ser un agricultor registrado, no puede vender.
Так что это еще одна важная часть.
The well should be tested every year.
El pozo se debe testear el agua del pozo. El agua del pozo.
It's important to keep that record available you'd get it tested every year, and it would probably be a good idea to keep those tests for a minimum of 3 years to make sure, just in case.
que él recomienda mantener los reportes de la prueba del agua que hicieron de áreas positivas del Departamento de Salud al menos por 3 años, que es importante que lo estén por cualquier cosa en la financiación que haya en caso de la contaminación.
So when we talk about having training to become a cottage food vendor, we have online and in-person classes taught by our food, nutrition, and health educators across Nebraska. And those people that are teaching the training are Nancy Frex down by McCook, Brenda Oftenkamp here in North Platte, and Cindy Bryson in Omaha.
La clase de Cottage lo que tiene que tomar para poder vender se puede tomar online en persona, lo pueden tener en computador. Hay 3 personas que hacen los educadores que tenemos en Nancy Frex, que está en Macu. ¿Cuál es Nancy? Macu.
McCook, or near McCook.
Brenda is here and Cindy is en también ahí está el link y la clase es también para la clase. La clase vale $25.
Anyone can watch the online class. It is a $25 fee, but then you can watch it and take your class as you need whenever you need it. And you do not have to wait for an in-person class if you do not choose to.
Si quieren, en cualquier momento pueden entrar a hacer online. No necesitan para tener más clases. Ellos pueden tomar online, darle un tiempo.
And I believe there is help on Spanish materials. Yes, that it will be in Spanish. So that will be an extra added help. I know that they're converting these materials over into Spanish. And so these are the educators that you can call direct and their phone numbers. If you want a printout of this handout, please send me a message and I can print it off for you to take home. And so we have Cindy, Nancy, and Brenda, who are the food, nutrition, and health educators, and then Caitlin Andrews with the Nebraska Department of Agriculture. And you can also call your local health department if you have questions.
So, ahí está la información de los educadores de Nancy, de Cindy, de Brenda, si necesitan contactar para mí. Y está transmitiendo el departamento
Caitlin.
de la visita, y está también por contactar el departamento.
And then this is the new website for the things with the bill that passed this law is Legislative Bill 321. And this is the actual verbiage from the law that expanded into the cottage food law. So it is very nice that it allows people to grow and make food out of their home and sell it directly to the customer. And it does make that available. So prior to this, we did not have that option in Nebraska. So we're really encouraging people, if they want to sell products, to take the class, have the training, know what they can raise or grow or make, and then can sell.
La ley es muy flexible, ayuda mucho que la gente pueda salir a ver los organizaciones en ese momento. Si quieren ustedes producir algo y pueden fácil para hacer.
Are there any questions? Are there any questions online or in the class? The class is about 30 minutes in length. So it is not a terribly long class. It's very conversational with lots of good information to help you to grow. I do have a question on selling transplants. Okay, we can work on a Spanish program, so our Spanish learners would like to join. We can try to set one up. The question that we have on, can I sell transplants at the marketplace? And right now it is strictly the produce. So it's not necessarily selling the tomato plants, but oh, the question is on Facebook Marketplace. I will have to ask about Facebook Marketplace, but it does, because if you're selling directly to, that's one of the major pieces of the cottage food laws. You're selling directly to the consumer. I will have to ask that question and get back with you. No, we cannot sell any milk products or any products made with milk. No milk, no cheese, no things with frosting with milk products or cream cheese, no cream pies.
Hay varias restricciones, pero eso pueden cambiar de tomate, ajos, cebolla.
But I will ask the question about selling on Facebook Marketplace, because the name of this class is called Cottage Food Law Training. If you would please send me an email directly to my email, I can send this material to you and I can go over it. If anyone else would like to email me and watch this class again, I can present it again if you would like. So please send me an email and we can set up a time to do that. Are there any other questions on line? There are specific requirements on making samples. Chase, what kind of samples are you wanting to make? There are specific rules on making samples, and I can share that with the entire group. If you want, I can look this up and Emily, do you have any questions? Do you know whether bread is sold by the pound on a certified scale or by the loaf? Do you know by chance? I will have to get the answer on the bread, whether it was yeast breads or by the pound or by the loaf. So I will ask that question again, or I will ask Cindy or Brenda directly, and we can email out that to the entire group. So I apologize, I do not have that answer. So I will get answers for both yeast breads and quick breads. I can do that. Any other questions tonight that you may have? I will share more information with the email group on the requirements. The class is very informative if you take the class online or whether you come to an in-person class. So, any other comments, Emily? Okay. Thank you so much. And thank you for letting me allow my Latino learners here in class today. And we're truly a global society. So thank you so much. I will get that email, that material mailed out to everyone. Okay. Thank you. And have a good night.